Hello, this is about ventricular diastole from anatomy and physiology. Ventricular diastole. Diastole means relaxation. Okay, diastole is equal to relaxation. Ventricular diastole means ventricular relaxation after ejection of blood. Ventricular diastole is ventricular relaxation. It is represented by T wave of ECG. Okay, QRS wave for ventricular systole, while ventricular diastole is represented by T wave. And the time for ventricular diastole completion is 0.5 seconds. During the early phase of ventricular diastole, as the ventricular muscle relaxes, pressure on the remaining blood within the ventricle begins to fall. As you can see, it is a relaxation phase, so the muscles of the ventricle gets relaxed and the blood pressure drops. Okay. The semilunar valves close to prevent backflow of heart. Semilunar valves now close so that the blood which already passes from the ventricle cannot enter again to the ventricle. Since the atrioventricular valves remain closed at this point, there is no change in volume of blood in the ventricle. Okay. So the early phase of ventricular diastole is called isovolumetric relaxation phase, or this is isovolumic and this is isovolumetric ventricular relaxation phase. Okay. It is also, that is the first phase, and in the second phase called late ventricular diastole, as ventricular muscle relaxes, pressure on the blood within the ventricle drops even further. Even it drops below the pressure in the atria. Always the blood pressure in the atria is more, and during the diastolic ventricular diastole, the pressure of the blood is less than the atria. Okay. When this occurs, blood flows from atria into ventricle, pushing open tricuspid and mitral valve. Okay. As pressure drops within ventricle, blood flows from the major veins into the relaxed atria and from into the ventricle. Both the chambers are in diastole, that is meant in the relaxation stage. In atrioventricular valves open and semilunar valves remain closed so that the blood from the atrium can enter into the ventricle. But semilunar valves remain closed so that it will not allow blood enter into the aorta and the pulmonary artery. Okay. Cardiac cycle now is complete. This is ventricular systole. Systole here ranges from S to Q, and this Q phase is ventricular diastole and P is atrial diastole. Okay. This is all about the ventricular diastole. In my last video, I have recorded the ventricular systole. Please go through it. Thank you.